What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Episode 83, Support Black Business, SBB TV. Now, this is our first broadcast since, and we didn't have anything during Labor Day. But one of the things that that a lot of people don't know is I'm an Air Force vet. So one of the things that we do that I've done over time is I always say that the military, and this is a shout out to all my guys. I talk mad crazy crap against the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, only because they couldn't pass the test to get in the Air Force, and we go at it. And what I'm about to talk about is sort of some of the things that I learned at a very early age by being on the Air Force base. I've also been on the Air Force base where it was just Air Force. I've been on joint bases where it was Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force, and we were all together. And one thing that I noticed during this time is we would, when I say fight, I don't mean like physically fight. Well, it was one, but not really. I mean, there's arguments and different things, just like a big family, right? Where everybody's not going to always agree. And I've been on an Air Force base where it was highly competitive between, different segments or occupations. So the hospital against the security police and the flight line against the civil engineers, things like that, right? Where it was always this little rivalry, sort of just like, college football or professional sports and things like that. We have rivalries. So same thing in cities that you grew up in, like high schools or and inside the high schools, clubs and sports teams and this, that, and the other. And it's no different from what happened in the Air Force. And it is no different, and I talk back, and this may seem, pretty minute, but we would go at it back and forth, with each other. For whatever it was, whether it was, intramural sports inside the Air Force, or it was girls, or whatever it may have been, who could do this, who could do that. But anytime that, we would be outside the base and there would be a conflict or something happened, say at a club or something where a civilian, would do something to a military member, all it took was one phone call, and you would have 100, 200, 300 people there that are military members with boots on. We call it boots on the ground as a backup, and they will come and they were like, "Hey, this is not going to happen. Now it's us against you," right? And there'll be people there that you might have been kind of competitive with on base. I've seen the same thing in the joint bases where, the NCO clubs and this, that, and the other, where, the Army's into it with the Air Force, or the Air Force, the Army's into it with the Marines or the Navy, whatever. But once something happened off that base, it's like we always came together. And I mentioned that solely because in the Black business space, which is a space that I've been in, I like to say since I was born, 43 years ago, right? Because I grew up in a city that was majority Black, and I grew up seeing Black business on and grow and things like that. But let's just talk about BlackFolkHotspots.com, which was created year 2015, 7 years ago, right? Like November 19th of 2008. So tomorrow we'll be 7 years old. And what I've noticed over time is we've grown our network to over 2,200 Black business owners. And we do some pretty unique things. And there's not a directory out there. There's not a site that's devoted to Black businesses that get more traffic to their sites than we do, right? You have these directories and all these other different little entities that pop up on a daily basis. And one of the things that I've done as a CEO, and using my backgrounds and the different things I've seen as, in the military and elsewhere in, corporate America, is, competition works. It's no different from a race, right? You may have, if you look at an Olympic 100-yard dash, you might have 2 or 3 people from the United States, 1 or 2 people from Jamaica, or, another country, and they're competing against each other, but they're on the same team. So after it's all said and done, whoever gets 1, 2, and 3, everybody comes over and gives that person a hug, like, oh man, good job, because that, you push each other. But in the Black business space, a lot of times I don't see it. I use that thought process in what I do. Like, I'm not gonna deny another Black business that does things similar to us an opportunity to to promote their business. Right? Come on, create a profile. It's free. Create a profile. We're going to share with our network of over 300,000 people. Period. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put you in a rotation. If you post it, we're going to share it. Right? Now, if you don't post it, you're probably going, he's not posting this because, no, you didn't post anything. You have, we got spaces for events and flyers and photos and, videos and blogs. So if you don't post those things, we're not sharing it. We don't have it to share. I'm not going to look through your Facebook page or your website or your Twitter, your Instagram, or this and the other, finding things to post for you. Now I'll do that. That's we'll do that as part of our package if you're willing to pay for that, right? For the excuse me, but for the premium accounts to do those things, you're allowed to do those things for $15 a month, only $15 a month, and that's if you only go month to month. But if you go, take something like a year or 2-year plan that we have, you're almost down to like $3-4 a month, right? It's so minimum of what we charge, because what we want to do is be able to help so many people, because we know that there's an end fight, right? You got, these natural hair products, you got this, you got that, and everybody wants to be number one. A lot of times I believe that we should combine forces, right? Like right now, you got the incident that happened on Friday the 13th in Paris, and you have these, which has brought certain countries together to join together to go fight this entity called ISIS, or whatever they call them, or going into Syria. And I'm not even gonna get into that because it's a whole nother story. But you think about that, and it's the same way we should be working together. I can't even count on one hand. Matter of fact, I can't even count on 3 fingers or 2 or even 1 over the last 7 years how many people. Now, I will say this: there has been a couple people come to me and ask me more or less about how I operated, right? And then next thing I know, they'll create a whole, it'll be a site popping up, and it's fine, right? But what they don't do is say, let's join forces. Let me bring my network and your network together, and let's create something big. But that's not a problem, because it's not going to stop us. And we will be gladly looking to, connect with a certain entity or certain entities that are working towards our goal and understands our model. And we'll definitely work together. And, we can even work together, but be solo, some way, somehow we can make it work. It's just a part of the plan and what we need to do better, right? I see, photographers, and it's like, this person is going to take this, or they, maybe they, building up their portfolio, and they're still working, their 9 to 5 in a corporate job or whatever, right? Which would make sense if they would combine forces and, connect with other photographers and say, and form different groups and say, hey, I'm working today, still building, but this person, one of my other photographers, can do it, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? What we do is we just brought people on board, and we, built our team around people in different categories to do certain things for our members. And that's what we're able to do so much. If you go look at our Facebook page at Black Folk Hot Bars, our Twitter page at BFHS Network, all those links are in the description below, by the way. Or if you go look at our Instagram at BFHS Network, um, and our different other profiles and Pinterest and Google Plus and um, all different sites we are running it, you'll see that we constantly have businesses going through our rotation, and that's what we do. And it's going through social media where most people are hanging out. Like, for instance, you're watching this somewhere on social media, right? Whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube, you're watching this. And as it came through your scroll, or you're following us, like the other 300,000 people that, have followed us. And that's how we operate, because we want to, just like watching TV, right? If you're going to, tonight's Wednesday, so you probably, we're probably going to be watching Empire, right? Or maybe you're going to watch, ESPN and watch the basketball pro games tonight, right? Or maybe you're watching the news, or maybe you're watching something else, whatever you may watch, National Geographic, I don't know. But whatever it is, every so often you're going to see a commercial, selling you something, right? You're going to see a commercial, unless you DVR'd it, and you're still going to see it, but you're going to have to fast forward through it, right? And that's what we bring to social media for the Black business owners. So you're going to see, like, people, so many times I'm out and about, and people say, "Oh man, I see your stuff all the time." Exactly, but it's not my stuff, right? It's your stuff. If you're watching as your Black business owner, you do events, it's your stuff that they're seeing. Yes, they look at it as Black Folk Hotspots, and that's why we are so adamant about sticking to certain things and keeping things a certain way and doing things. When we talk to you, the Black business owner, saying, make sure your links are correct, make sure this is correct, you should make sure this is titled correctly, make sure this blog is written, to the best of your ability, obviously, because it comes back to us, even though it's yours. So when they click back through, they're coming to see your information, but they're coming to our site. The other day I was watching a video. I was talking. Well, I ain't gonna say it was before that. It was a person who has a site where they're trying to do some things for Black people. They were talking about they were banned. They're pushing a catalog, which is great, right? And they said they were banned because they were racist. And I said, I don't believe that. I can't find, if I go to report my own, and what I did is I tried to report one of my own posts to see if racist came up, and it doesn't. I could be totally off, but I knew it was wrong because I understand and I know social media. I know how Facebook works. What it was you triggered a spam algorithm, is what you did by posting and posting and posting and posting, because you don't understand how social media works. But these are people but people are trusting you to do their business. We post, if you're watching this, we post a lot on a daily basis, right? And we've never been blocked or banned. And our stuff all says Black this, Black business this, Black this. You know what I mean? Time arguments and discussions, crazy debates. It's like we post something to Black Folk Hotspots, and instantly all the people, that think they're racist, but they're really bigots, come to talk about this. I talked about the refugees today on my personal page, and bam, here comes people out of the woodwork that I ain't seen in weeks. But they only come when you post something, because I think it's crazy that, why am I afraid of some refugees? See, that's what they want. They want you to be fearful. But I'm getting away from that. But I've never, and even these people, we go on these heated debates, and I tell them, hey, shut up, this, that, and the other, or whatever. Like, that's dumb, or just hear their side of the story, because they have an opinion too, although it's crazy. Or they'll call Black folk hotspots racist because, we only promote Black business owners, or, events that cater to Black people. That don't mean I dislike white people, some of them, but I also dislike some Black people too. It's not because of what you do, it's the way you live your life. I don't like liars, and I don't like thieves, and I don't like people taking advantage of other people. Case in point, when a person says, oh, we've had over 2 million hits, or we get, 1 million hits a month, and I'm like, really? And you're in the Black business space? Let me go check Alexa.com and see where you rank as opposed to where BFHSnetwork.com ranks. And just so you know, Black Folk Hotspots feeds into BFHSnetwork.com. Black Folk Hotspots is for the Black business owners to create the profiles, right? BFHS Network, which is short for Black Folk Hotspots, is the network where, people that can come in, they can consume the information and get the events in their towns, and see about your business with your flyers and your videos, and watch those things. That's why you watch this. It's BFHSnetwork.com. And I'm like, well, if we're ranked in the 500,000 in the world, and you're ranked in the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 million, in the top 2 million, and we're ranked in the top 500,000-ish, depending on which day of the week it is, that means you can't be getting more traffic than we are, because Alexa will rank you higher. So I know that those numbers are fake. So when I tell people, I don't use names. I tell them, I say, before you spend your dollars, make sure that you're going to get a return on your investment. It can sound like a great idea, but if nobody's seen it, it's like having the best business in the entire world. But if you put that business on a dead end street with no lights, and you do no advertising around it, right? If nobody sees it, nobody cares that it's the best business in the whole entire world, because it doesn't exist. Now, I said the topic of this thing was, repeat customers and loyal customers. One of the main things with that, while we are constantly staying above the curve and getting repeat customers and loyal customers, Black business owners are our customers. And then actually our customers are Black business owners. We're like a B2B and a B2C, right? Because we're marketing to people who are just consumers, and then we're also marketing with Black Folk Hotspots to business owners. It's because we're consistent, and we've been consistent. We've been consistent for over 7 years. Just like this video, we were supposed to do this video in profile of Black business owners who did not show up. Didn't email, didn't call, didn't do anything. And this is what they wanted to talk about: repeat customers and loyal customers. Your customers are not going to be loyal if you're not loyal to them. You have to post. You have to be consistent in what you're doing. That's how you create loyalty. The reason why you go to certain restaurants is because they're always open, or certain places because you're going to get the same. The reason McDonald's does so well, and it does not make the greatest hamburger in the world, is because people know it's consistent. It doesn't matter if you're buying a number 3 in New York City or number 3 in California. It's pretty much going to be the same. It's going to probably be the same number, right? Now, I know in different parts of the world they have different things on the menu, but I'm just saying, right? You get my point. It's going to be the same. The reason why people go to Walmart is because it's the same. They know what to expect when they go into Walmart. It's very seldom going to be out of something, unless it's like a Black Friday deal or something like that. It's the same things. That's why these companies, if you look, that's why they're biggest. Why Amazon is the largest. People know what to expect. They know they're going to get a deal. They know they're going to be able to read reviews, whatever. They know all these things. That's why they go to Amazon.com. That's why people come to Black Folk, to BFHS network. That's why people are sharing Black Folk hotspots. And that's why we're still where we're at 7 years later, when I've watched similar places or sites come up and then come down with no activity because you're not consistent. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're having events, you may be doing well. You might have all the, the people you want, but I always think bigger, right? So what you're filling, you're selling out 500 seats. Don't you want to sell out 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 or 2,500? Isn't it cool if you have to move venues at the last minute because they can't afford all the people who want to get in? And that's what we help you do. We help you get more exposure. We want to help you sell more tickets. Holidays are coming around: Thanksgiving, Christmas, Black Friday sales, New Year's Eve, MLK, Black History things. Those events need to be on Black Folk hotspots. People are looking for them. They're going to Google. Looking for these events. If you're just posting on Facebook or Twitter and they're not friends with you, they don't know you exist. They could be in the same city. Like, I find out about things in my city, and after they're like, all right, like I didn't know about it. It's not on the site. I should know. Black Folk Hospital, we should know about your events way before, the general public knows about it, or at least at the same time. By you posting it, just post the event. It takes like 3 minutes, especially if you're selling tickets. There's a thing out there that I like to share, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. It's about blogging. It's just some statistics. 81% of the people, I found this a little bit ago. 81% of online readers trust bloggers. 61% make purchases based off of blogger recommendations. 63% of consumers are influenced by purchase by bloggers. 86% of influential people online are bloggers. Yet people fail to blog. You have an event, you should be blogging about it. You got a business, you should be blogging about it. If you want people to know about it, you should be blogging about it. You're writing a book, you should be blogging about it. This is a blog. This is a blog. It's called a blog, video blog. People should know. But anyway, y'all, create your profile at blackfolkhotspots.com. All the links are in the description below. Become part of the network. We can grow, help your business grow, help you get more exposure. What we like to say, and I'll end with this, is your network plus our network equals even a larger network for you. So you can just start off with your little, not try to be funny with your little, but you can just start off today with a Mary Kay business or Amway business or travel business or whatever it may be, right? Selling natural products or hair or whatever you may be doing, consulting with no customers. But you can create a profile on Black Folk Hotspots, and now we'll be able to introduce you to 300,000 people. Now all those people are going to need your services. They're not. Now all those people are going to see it. But if you consistently post and do those things you need to do, or get somebody on your team to do it, more and more people will see it. It just is what it is. It's just like that song that you hated when you first heard it on the radio. You hear it enough times, you're like, that ain't half bad. I like that groove. That's a nice beat. That's how it works. Exposure. Madison Avenue years ago said that people needed to see things 7 or 8 times before they acted. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 7 or 8 before they even acted. But that was way before. That's why you seen those commercials. Why you seen things over and over again. That was before the advent of the internet. Well, now it's, the ticker's going like this. So now, I think a couple years ago they put out something like, 15 to 16 times. I say, hey, Black business owners, Black people, sometimes it depends on what it is, like those pies, right? We'll blow that up, right? But forget mom and pop that mama that makes even better pies, and it's fresher. You ain't buying it because they got all the preservatives in it to make sure it has some shelf life, right? You know, that's stuff to kill you. Instead, when this person made these pies directly, and all you had to do was go pick them up, right, and eat them. They were super fresh. Think about that. I mean, I know, Patty LaBelle. It's all y'all mamas, but yeah, whatever, whatever. Anyway, y'all go to blackfolkhotspots.com, go to bfhsnetwork.com. See, we got links in the description. We also got t-shirts, support black business t-shirts. We like to say they make a statement without saying a word. They're in the link in the description below. But thank you, and share this video too. If you like it, thumbs it up. If you're watching on YouTube, whatever, hit the like button and share. Appreciate it. CEO of Black Folk Hotspots, GI Operation. I'm out. Peace.